just want to see how much she says here first. Welcome to the Jeffrey S. Olson Memorial Pool. It's time for some high school swimming here on SMU. I'm Tim Peterson, and tonight we have Spencer versus Sioux City Metro. Starting things off is all Sioux City Metro swimmers. The Spartans will start us off with the JV. It's a 200-yard medley relay. In lane one is Tice Dolphin, possibly one of the best swimming names you've ever heard. Lane two, James Dean. All kinds of famous people on this squad. And then in lane three, closest to us, is Kellen Dean. And we are underway. Sioux City, very good swim squad. On the turn, it's Dean, Kellen Dean, leading the way. Jumping into the pool next. In lane three, closest to us once again, is Graham Vendevect. In lane two is Hayden Gamble. And in lane one is Kellen Lahablis. Boy, I did not nail that one at all. Lahowlis. We'll go with Lahowlis. Breaststroking on the way back. Isaac Holzerland jumps in. That'll be Drake Van Meter and William Lohr. Time for the butterfly. Varsity will go next. Once again, this is our first swim of the night, and it features all Spartans from Sioux City Metro. Final swimmer in lane three is Reed Adahar. Lane two will be Cody Bates. In lane one, Joseph DeBates. In lane three for the Spartans, flying right through this. 1:52.57 is their time. That beats their qualifying time of 1:54.04. Lane two, 2:01.03. And in lane one, 2:08.88. Varsity will get ready next, and Spencer will have some swimmers in this one. Another 200-yard medley relay. Over in lane one, Noah Winkle. In lane, or excuse me, that'll be in lane two. Lane two is Noah Winkle. Nobody in lane one. Lane three, Easton Jeline. In lane four, Sawyer Sand. In lane five will be Lucas Keeler, one of the two seniors who are honored here tonight. Swimmers will hop on in and get ready for the backstroke. Here we go. Good start over there for the Spartans. They're even and they are cruising. Sawyer Sand trying to keep up with them. For Spencer, it'll be Reed Tiggis jumping in. All right, he made it more than halfway to the pool underwater. Lane four here is Parker Van Otterloo. There goes Parker. Breaststroke their way back. Cohen Rankin in lane 3 gives way for Brody Spies. And Alec McEntaffer gives way for Spencer Kakachik. Coldy Vlamenick. And now in lane 4 will be Luke Fisher. Final swimmers, lane 2, Hudson Vonk. Lane 3, Owen Hoke. Lane 4, Jacob Gronemeyer, the other senior featured for Spencer here beforehand. The Spartans are going to finish up here before Alex Francis even gets into the pool. 1:45.41, the winning time in lane 3. Francis into the pool. Spencer's time in lane 4, lane 4, 1:51.36. Alex making his way back. He'll touch up with a time of 2:21.92. Well, the first 2 races done. JV and Varsity have both been in the pool. Now it'll be JV's turn again on the 200-yard freestyle. Lane 1 will be Noah Winkle. Lane 2 will be Cody Bates. Lane 3, Alec McEntaffer. Lane 4 is Owen Manwarren, and lane 5 is Josh Harrell. The swimmers have been announced. Spencer swimmers will be closest to our camera all night. The qualifying times for Sioux City, the fastest one is in lane 3 with Alec McEntaffer. Very good Sioux City Metro squad. All the Spartans make the turn. And now the Tigers both make the turn. Manwarren and Harrell. And those two guys are about dead even with each other. McEntaffer, who had the best qualifying time, is leading the way here. Metro squad all makes their turns. Here come the Tiger swimmers. They'll make theirs. And looking over there in lane 1, 2, and 3, that is how their seed times also came in. Lane 3 was the fastest, then lane 2, then lane 1. And that's looking like how things will finish up once they get done with this lap. Meanwhile, Manwarren and Harrell still neck and neck with each other. So McEntaffer finishes first. 2 minutes 66. Lane 2 is 2:10.91 and lane 1 is 2:11.64. Manwarren pulled ahead of Harrell there. He'll finish up with a time of 2:27.96. And Josh Harrell finishing up with a time of 2:35.83. Yeah, I might have misspoke. That was a varsity swim. So we had back-to-back varsity swims there. And now another varsity swim. A 200-yard individual medley. So over in lane 1 will be Colin Martin. Lane 2, Kellen Dean. Lane 3, Owen Hoke. For Spencer, it'll be Parker Van Otterloo in lane 4. Sawyer Sand in lane 5. And Luke Fisher in lane 6. So we had a junior varsity one to start things, and then 3 varsities in a row. Junior varsity will be up next after this one with the 50-yard freestyle. Top seed time in this one. Lane 3, Owen Hoke, 2:09.42. He's leading the way right now. Sawyer Sand leading the way on the Spencer side of things. They transition to the backstroke. Those long strokes there by Owen Hoke. He'll make his turn, as well as Kellen Dean. Sawyer Sand touches up. Van Otterloo and Fisher. Hoke on his way back. And he's on his final lap. Dean on his final. Sawyer Sand finishing up his breaststroke. And now he's on his final lap. Parker Van Otterloo touches up. And there's Luke Fisher. And Hoke has finished. Kellen Dean has finished. Owen Hoke with a time of 2:08.55. Dean with a time of 2:13.06. Here's Sawyer finishing up. His time, 2:34.07. Van Otterloo at 2:37.97. Colin Martin in lane 1 with a time of 2:39.53, and Fisher finishes up, and his scoreboard does not look like it's working. Well, that's how the 200-yard individual medley finishes up. And I'll move us to a 50-yard freestyle for junior varsity. Basically, it's down and back. And it'll be all 3 swimmers in the first heat from Sioux City Metro. Nathaniel Keifel in lane 2, Owen Burke in lane 3, and Dawson Stubble in lane 4. Fastest time on the seed times, Owen Burke. Once again, he's in lane 3, and he's showing his speed right away. Owen on his way back already. And Owen's time, 30:07. Dawson touches up at 36-61. Nathaniel will finish up here momentarily at 48-97. First heat is complete. Second heat for JV, also all Sioux City Metro swimmers. The public address announcer says lane 1 is Kellen Vahalis. Lane 2, Elliot Walls. Lane 3, Carter Benson. Lane 4, Gabe Nash. Lane 5, Reader Batchelor. And lane 6, Jose Mendoz. Fastest seed time out of these swimmers belonged to Gabe Nash in lane 4. A couple seconds faster. We'll see if he can keep that here. On their way back, and it is Nash with a slight lead. A close finish. Close race here between all these swimmers. It was Nash coming in the fastest at 27-61. Well, the Sioux City Metro swimmers certainly make it feel like there's a crowd in here, and there's not. It's just them. They are vocal. That'll be the 50-yard freestyle for the varsity. In lane 1, Graham Vendevek. Lane 2, Joseph DeBates. Lane 3, Hudson Vonk. Lane 4 is Reed Tigas. Lane 5, Alex Francis. And lane 6 will be Lucas Keeler. Some slight maintenance being done here. The boards got knocked a little loose. So this is a 50-yard freestyle. Next will be the 100-yard butterfly for varsity. Back-to-back varsity heats once again. Swimmers being announced here. And they'll step up and get ready to go. Fastest seed time by far belongs to Reed Tigas in lane 3 by about 3 seconds. And he is out in the lead right away. Swimmers swimming exactly how the seed times say they are going to do. Fastest seed was Reed Tigas. He'll be first place here, time of 22:02. Lane 3 was the next fastest. He finishes up, then 4, then 2, then 3, then 2, then 1. As we see Alex Francis and Lucas Keeler finish up. And Francis had a time of 30:42, Keeler 30:53. And just like that, the 50-yard freestyle is in the books. Boy, Spencer, coach has got a stopwatch. For a second there, I thought it was like a taser. Swim faster, I'll shock you. Must have worked for Reed there because he took first. I'm guessing we're going to take a short break here. It looks like swimmers are stepping up and typically take a couple intermissions. It looks like that's what we're at, so we'll take a short break and come back. We'll have the 100-yard butterfly when we return right here on SMU.
So Lucas, what is the best part about being on the swim team?
Best part about being on the swim team, I'd have to say the workout we get. The workouts are pretty hard, but you end up feeling good at the end of the season. You lose a lot of weight. Breaking your PRs, I really like that.
Do you have goals for the season?
Goals for the season? I really want to break 30 seconds on my 50 free. It's nothing insane, but it's just all I've wanted to do.
Okay. What other activities are you involved with at the high school?
I'm involved in large group speech. I do group improv, and then that's it.
Okay. Do you have plans yet for after graduation?
I'm going to go to Iowa Lakes, and I'm going to take classes to be an electrician.
Okay, sounds good. You ready for Tiger 30?
Yeah, see how it goes.
Hawkeyes or Cyclones?
Hawkeyes.
Snapchat or Instagram?
Snapchat.
Spring or fall?
Spring.
Xbox or PlayStation?
PlayStation.
Interstate or city highway?
Highway.
Skydive or bungee jump?
I don't know. I'd have to say skydive.
Okay. Sunrise or sunset?
Sunset.
Truth or dare?
Dare.
Fiction or nonfiction?
Nonfiction.
Drama or comedy?
Comedy.
Would you rather take a trip to see the world or stay close to home?
See the world, definitely.
All right, hope you get to do that.
All right.
So what do you like best about being on the swim team?
It's been a fun experience. I used to do it when I was younger, and I'm like a redshirt senior, so it's been fun. I made a lot of good friends. Practice has been fun. We had our first meet on Tuesday last week. It went very well for our first meet. All of us swam pretty good.
Hey, do you have any goals for the season?
I'd like to make state and the medley relay. That's probably the biggest one right now.
What other activities are you involved with at the high school?
I'm in NHS and track.
All right. Do you have plans yet for after graduation?
I plan on either going to Iowa Lakes or Mankato in hopes of being a pilot.
Awesome. Ready for Tiger 30?
Yep.
Chocolate or vanilla?
Vanilla.
Summer or winter?
Summer.
Board game or video game?
Video game.
Drama or comedy?
Comedy.
Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Dog or cat?
Dog.
Purple or gold?
I'd go gold.
Right. Hawkeyes or Cyclones?
Hawkeyes.
Snapchat or Instagram?
Instagram.
Movies or TV?
Movies.
Fruits or vegetables?
Fruits.
Talk or text?
Talk.
Would you rather take a trip to see the world or stay close to home?
See the world.
All right, well, I hope you get to do that.
Thank you very
You're
much.
welcome. Have a good season.
This is the story of a boy who didn't talk for a long time. The boy liked things to always be the same. Any changes would scare and upset him. The unknown was an unfriendly place. The boy was very sensitive to lights and sounds. So he built secret hiding places where they couldn't get in. The boy didn't like looking people in the eye. He wasn't trying to be mean, it just made him feel uncomfortable. Sometimes he would flap his arms again and again.
One day, I found out I have something called autism. My family got me help. Slowly, I found my voice and learned all the ways I could live with it better.
Early intervention can make a lifetime of difference. Learn the signs at autismspeaks.org.
Welcome back. Time for the boys 100-yard butterfly. This is a varsity swim. In lane 1 will be Colin Rankin for Sioux City Metro. Lane 2, William Lohr. Lane 3, Reed Edahar. And lane 4 will be Spencer's Cole DeVlamenik. 100 yards, down, and back. And Cole had the best seed time, but there was not a seed time for lane 1 over there. So Cole was the best out of the 3 swimmers. And lane 1 is a mystery. So on to the butterfly. Whose butterfly will be faster? Spencer's Cole DeVlamenik or Sioux City's Colin Rankin? Right down to the end, and it's going to look like who touches first. It will be lane 1, Sioux City Metro, 57:30 the time. Cole's time, 57:74. Didn't miss it by much. William Lohr will touch up. Edahar has already touched. Edahar at 1:03.12 and Lohr at 1:13.31. So the next swim will be a junior varsity, boys 100-yard freestyle. There will be 2 heats. The first heat and second heat will all be Sioux City Metro swimmers. So if you're watching just for Spencer swimmers, good time to refill your beverage or get some popcorn. And lane 2 will be Kifley. Nate Neal, Kiffey in lane 2, Owen Burke in lane 3, and Dawson Struble in lane 4. Burke had the fastest seed time of 1:18.20. Varsity will have the same swim next. Burke got the turn first. There's Stubble and then Kifley. Burke leading his way back. Leading the race on its way back. He'll touch up at 1:16.97. A couple seconds faster than his seed time. Struble will not beat his seed time of 1:29.86. He will clock in at 1:38.21. And Kifley working his way back. And he touches up at 1:55.13. Next for the 100-yard freestyle junior varsity will be lane 2, Elliot Walls. Lane 3, Jose Mendoz. And then Kellen Vlahoulis. And then lane 5 is Carter Benson. Sioux City Metro getting ready to finish off the JV 100-yard freestyle. Top seed for these young men goes to fastest seat time is Jose Mendoza in lane 2. Or Jose's in lane 3, excuse me. All right, now he's trailing. See what he can do on the next stroke here. All of them very close. Elliott Walls leading the way in lane 2. Walls cruising right along. Looks like he'll finish in first. Benson in second in lane 4, then Mendoza in lane 2, and then Wahalis in lane 4. So the 100-yard freestyle for junior varsity is complete. That'll bring up the varsity. And in lane 1, it'll be Raider Bachelor. Lane 2, Gabe Nash. In lane 3, Easton Gelini. And then Spencer swimmers will be Jacob Gronemeyer, Lucas Keeler, and Alex Francis in lane 6. Best seat time by far goes to Easton Gelini in lane 3 by nearly 10 seconds. And he is off to a fast start. Gelini flying back, leading the way. Gronemeyer trying to give chase for Spencer. He and Nash make a turn at about the exact same time. Francis and Keeler both on their way down. And already on his way back is Gelini. Gelini's going to be close to his seat time when he touches. 53:10. His seat time is 53:38. It'll be Gronemeyer touching up second at 1:72. Nash then, and Bachelor, Lucas Keeler, 1:11:43, and then Alex Francis at 1:17:73. Another varsity match up next with the 500-yard freestyle. So hopefully, Spencer fans, you already refilled your beverage, everything, because this is the longest one. Longest one usually takes around 6 minutes to complete. In lane 1 will be Spencer Kakacek. Lane 2, Colin Martin. Lane 3, Brody Spies. And lane 4 is Spencer's very own Sawyer Sand. Brody Spies in lane 3 had the fastest seed time at 5:32:26. Now the other races, certain ones have been sprints, and this one is the marathon. Next race will be a 200-yard freestyle for junior varsity. And then we'll have it for varsity and another intermission. Spies leading the way here. Sand in third right now. Not by much. Sawyer had a faster seed time than Colin Martin over there in lane 2, but lane 1 we didn't have a seed time for Spencer Katachek. Spies touches up again. There's Sand at the turn. Next race was supposed to be 2 heats. They've combined them, so it'll just be 1. So you're trying to make up some ground here on lane 1. Kakachek. Spencer. His name's Spencer in lane 1. Spies leading the way by far. Past the halfway mark of this one. Spies, Brody Spies in lane 3 with just a couple more times down and back. Sawyer Sand has dropped back a bit from where he once was at against lane 1. Sawyer Sand. There's 14. And Spies has passed Sawyer Sand. That was 15 for Sawyer, 17 now. Spies finishes up, beats the seed time. He gets a 5:26.67. Good time for him. Kakachek will finish up in lane 1 over there. 5:54.42 his time. Here comes Sawyer. Gonna be behind his seed time. He'll get 6:10.41. Colin Martin, the final swimmer for Sioux City Metro. He'll get 6:23.16. Those swimmers will exit. And we'll get ready for the 200-yard freestyle for junior varsity. All these swimmers are all going to be Metro swimmers, Sioux City Metro. Lane 1, Graham Vegdevek. Lane 2, William Lohr. Lane 3, Tice Dolphin. Lane 4, Neil Kifley. Lane 5 is Hayden Gamble. Best seed time looks like it was in lane 3, but just barely ahead of lane 2 for these Metro swimmers. Owen Burke in lane 2, or lane 1 into the pool. Lane 2 is Carter Benson. Elliot Walls in lane 3. Kellen Dean into the pool, lane 4. Dawson Struble finishing up in lane 5. Now Colin Martin in lane 1. Jose Mendoz in lane 2, and Raider Bachelor in lane 3. Gabe Nash in lane 5. There's Isaac Holzerland in lane 4. Martin will touch up in lane 1. Spencer Kakachek in lane 1 jumps in. Joseph Debates and James Dean in lane 3. There goes Brody Spies. Oh, he didn't have a break at all in between. A few of these guys didn't get a break between the last one in this race. Lane 1 will win it. Spencer checks up. And lane 2. And lane 3. And lane 5. And finishing up is Noah Winkle. 1:55.71, the winning time in lane 1. And we'll move on to the 200-yard freestyle relay for varsity. Lane 2 will be Easton Jolene. Lane 3 will be Cohen Rankin. In lane 4 will be Spencer's Cole Dave Lamanick. And lane 5 will be Spencer's Luke Fisher. So Sioux City Metro in lane 2 and 3, Spencer in lane 4 and 5. Fastest seed time out of these swimmers is lane 3. And they have the lead right now. Rankin racing back. Alec McAntaffer is in. Lane 2 is Drake Van Meter. Jacob Gronemeyer in lane 4. In lane 5, Lucas Keeler dives on in. McAntaffer making his way back. Lane 3, Hudson Vonk on in. Lane 2, Reed Adahar dives in. Owen Manwaran into the pool for Spencer. Here's Keeler finishing up, and Alex Francis on in. Oh, that didn't sound good. Final swimmers in lane 2 and 3, Cody Bates and Owen Hoke. Reed Tigas gets ready to dive on in, and he does so. Lane 3's final time, 1:31.55. Lane 2, 1:36.74. Van Otterloo on in. Tigas gonna finish up here. Time of 1:47.81. Van Otterloo has the pool to himself. Makes his way back. And he'll finish up. Time of 2:07.72. Well, only a few more left here. In fact, just 4 more swims before this one's in the books. When we return, we'll have the 100-yard backstroke for Varsity, followed by the 100-yard breaststroke for Varsity. Keep it right here. You're watching high school swimming on SMU.
We've seen people do a lot of, not safe things on the highway. There's the old, just this one text. Why use turn signals? Everyone around me can read minds. And I like playing NASCAR with semis. It's called drafting, not tailgating, and sometimes you just want to test those giant blind spots. Our job is to keep you safe from, well, all of that and more. Which is why we are partnering with local law enforcement to identify dangerous drivers. Let's make the roads safe for everyone. Our family, protecting yours.
I think that many kids in my son's school even do it.
He makes fun of his friend who vapes.
He would never try it.
She's into soccer.
She's on the honor roll.
She's just not the type.
No way.
No way.
No way.
No way, my kid would never vape.
Get your head out of the cloud. Today, nearly 8,000 kids will start vaping. Maybe even yours. Learn about the dangers at talkaboutvaping.org.
high school swimming, and it's a shorter break than what they said they were going to take. But it is time for the 100-yard backstroke for Varsity. Drake Van Meter in 1, Tice Dolphin in 2, James Dean in 3, Spencer's Parker Van Otterloo in 4, Owen Manwarren in 5, and Josh Harold in lane 6. Down they go and back they come. Of the standings, how they're doing thus far, momentarily. All three Spartans make the turn. Van Otterloo, Manwarren. Spin it around. And there's Harrell. Lane 2 is Dolphin leading the way. James Dean right with him. It'll be Dolphin 103.08, Dean 103.38, and then Van Meter 107.42. Van Otterloo at 115.48. Manwarren touching up at 121.04. And Josh Harrell finishing things up at 130.193. Next up, the 100-yard breaststroke for Varsity. So far, the score in this, Sioux City, the Spartans have 91 points, and Spencer with 31. So Metro well out in front. In lane 1, furthest away from the camera once again is Hayden Gamble. Lane 2 will be Isaac Holzerland. Lane 3, Graham Vegdevek. Lane 4, Reed Tigas. And lane 5, Luke Fisher. Tigas with a nice dive and entry into the pool. It goes most of the way down. Almost 3/4 the way. Lane 3 had the best seed time, but not by much. Tigas and Van de Vecht. And then Holzerland. Now this one could be a good finish the way it's looking. Fisher made his turn. Tigas hanging on to the lead. Reed, the first one to touch and head back. Van der Vecht and Tigas. Tigas is going to take it. 109.96. Lane 3 is 110.88. Lane 2, 112.04. Lane 1, 119.63. And Luke Fisher going to touch up at 157.17, which is better than a seed time at 126.32. Couple more to go. That'll be the 400-yard freestyle relay for junior varsity. And then it'll be varsity after that, and that'll do it. So just a couple more to go here. This will be all Spartans in this junior varsity relay. Spencer Kakacek in lane 1. Noah Winkle in lane 2. Gabe Nash in lane 3. And Tice Dolphin in lane 4. Here we go, 400-yard freestyle relay, junior varsity. Winkle leading the way in lane 2. Kakacek behind him, and then Dolphin and Nash. Winkle coming back, and Owen Burke into the pool. In lane 1, Carter Benson on in. Dawson Strubble and Colin Martin. Martin in lane 3 and Strubble in lane 4. Burke in lane 2 and Benson in lane 1. They spin it around. 3 swimmers on their way down. The next Spartan swimmers are up on their podiums. Benson's got the lead now over in 1. He'll touch up for Elliot Walls, lane 3. Kellen Vlahoulis. And then Elliot, or check that, where am I at here? Lane 2 is Vlahoulis, and lane 3 is William Lohr. Lohr making good time there. Jose Mendoza on in lane 4. Vlahoulis will give way to Drake Van Meter. Mendez spins around. Or Mendoz. Walls. I'm off on here again. Joseph Debates is in lane 3. Lane 2 is Drake Van Meter. Lane 1 is James Dean. Getting confused here the longer we sit in this humid pool. James Dean turns it, as does Van Meter. Kellen Dean dives in. Debates finishes up. 4:14:55 is his time. James Dean will finish up at 1:30:86. Van Meter at 4:28:76. And Kellen Dean on his way back. And he'll touch up. And the boards are off. Time didn't register there. They'll have to check their stopwatches. And that'll bring us to our final one here, our final meet, final swim match. 400-yard freestyle for Varsity relay. Coming out to try to fix the clocks here. Making sure that at least their stopwatches are working. Well, lane 4 will be the Spencer squad. That'll be Jacob Gronemeyer. He'll be the first one to go for Spencer in 4. Lane 3 will be Owen Hoke. And lane 2, Alec McIntaffer. Into the pool they go. Best seed time went to lane 3. Well, these seed times have kind of been spot on for how the swimmers end up finishing up. McIntaffer and Hoke out in front. And Gronemeyer in lane 3, or lane 4. Hoke heads back, and Cody Bates gets ready to dive on in. There's Cody. And Brody spies. He launches. Sawyer Sand is in the pool. Sioux City Metro came in showing, or we knew they were a good squad, and they're showing it tonight. Bates and Spies on the way down, are coming back is Sand, and big lead there for Bates and his squad. Bates and Sand to pass each other. Bates will check up to Hudson Vonk. Spies in. Adahar dives in. Sawyer Sand making his way back. Owen Manwarren dives in. Looks like Sioux City East in lane 3 is going to surpass Spencer. Going to lap them here before the end of this. Final swimmer is Cohen Rankin in lane 3, and then Easton Jolene in lane 2. Well, that Spartan squad in lane 3 is just flying. Goldev Lamanik, the final swimmer for Spencer, launches. Rankin will touch up at 3:23.55. Jolene in lane 2 will touch up. 3:34.37. Novlaminic has the pool to himself. His final down and back here. And as they usually do, everybody will encourage the final swimmer and cheer for everybody who swam tonight. Novlaminic finishing up. And his squad's time is 4:08.53. Well, that completes our meet for tonight. We'll get the final scores. Have them for you as soon as we return right here on SMU. Wrapping things up here from the YMCA in Spencer. Final score, Sioux City Spartans. Final points, 113. Spencer, 41. And it was Sioux City the whole way tonight. A very good outing by a very good squad, beating Spencer. Sioux City, once again, 113 over Spencer, who scored 41. For SMU, I'm Tim Peterson, and that'll do it for high school swimming here on SMU.